Head over to BoardGamePrices.com to see the best price on Push and thousands of other games. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today it's all about trying to get a lot of different colors, but it's also about trying to get a lot of big numbers. Today we're going to be taking a look at a quick push your luck game called Push. This is from Ravensburger, plays 2 to 6 players. I'm going to show you how it's played and I'll see you on the other side. Push is a push your luck game where over the course of the game, you're going to be trying to draft different stalls of cards and trying to gather these as points, because whoever has the most points in the end wins by adding up all the cards in front of you like this. Now the game is very simple. On your turn, the active player will pull one of these cards up and put it in a column like this. Then they'll decide to either stop and take this card and their turn's done, or they can push their luck. So let's say they continue to push their luck. Now they can decide to put this in the same column or into a different one. You can actually have 3 different columns going at once. So let's say they put this here. Now if I stop, I'm going to get 6 plus 3, 9 points. Not bad, but let's see what happens. Let's continue to push our luck. We'll go here and go 6. Now one of the rules is you can never have the same number in the same column. So I can't place it here. So what I've done now is I could have just taken 9 points and no one else would have gotten any points. But now I'm forced to start a new pile because you can't have the same number in the same column. So now I'm just giving 6 points to somebody else. So let's say, ooh, now I really should keep pushing. Go like this, go, oh geez, this is purple. You can never put the same color in the same column either. So same number, 6 or 3, or colors, purple or red cannot go in this column. So do I put it here and then go for 11 versus 9? Or do I put it over here and go, oh, you know what, now the third player, clockwise for me is not gonna get something. Let's go like this, and then we'll push our luck a little further and go, oh, I can't put this 4 here. Oh, boy, this looks good here. Let's put this here. Maybe I'm going for this pile. And we'll flip over this again. Oh, blue. I can't put blue here. I can't put blue here. I have to put it here. Now that there's 3 blues, if I were to draw a blue here, I would bust and I would get nothing. So it's a little risky, but let's push our luck. Ooh, a 6. Can't put it here. There's a 6. Can't put it here. There's a 6. I'm forced to put it here. Ooh, now if I get a 6, because I can't place it anywhere, I would bust as well, or a blue. So let's push one more time. Oh, it's a die. This is really cool. You want to see this when you're trying to screw over other players. So we'll put this here. Let's just say we stop right now. We would get to take any one of these 3 piles. We'll take this one and we'll splay it in front of us. Now over the course of the game, you're going to keep light colors in front of you, showing you how many points you have temporarily for each color, because these are not really your points yet. We'll show you this later. Now the next player clockwise has a decision to make. They can either take 7 points for free, or they can take 11, but then they're forced to roll this die. If they do that, let's say they take this. They're going to discard the die, but that means they have to take it. And I'm going to put this in front of them. And they're going to roll this die. Let's assume it comes up purple. They lose all of their purple cards. They get discarded. So there's different colors on here. If they roll black, they've avoided it. You know, of course, if they roll a color that's not there, they don't lose anything. So they had basically a 2 in 6 chance, 2 of the 6 colors on the die, to lose one of these points, but they went for that, and unfortunately they lost. So even with easy decisions, which seem like, there are actually a lot of different thoughts and statistics to go along with it. And then that third player clockwise would be able to take this. It would then be the next player's clockwise, and you'd continue going the same way. But let's say this player pressed their luck one more time. Instead of stopping and taking, they flip this over, and ooh, it's a 6. You can't put a 6 here, here, or here. They bust. This would get discarded. And then they have to roll the die and possibly lose all the colors that they have in front of them at that point. And then the next players are going to be able to take this. And the next player left will take one, and then the next player and the next one. So you don't get anything when you bust, but everyone else gets the pickings. Now also sometimes off the top will come a card like this, and this changes the direction of who's going to pull the pile. So if this is out there, instead of going clockwise after I pick, it's going to be the next player the opposite way, to the right of me. So this can change the direction. This is really good for higher player counts because, with more than 3 players, everyone possibly might, in a turn of a dime, be looking at which pile they might be thinking about grabbing. Now, just because the game's simple doesn't mean there aren't good decisions. Let's say I stopped. This is my temporary points in front of me. Now look at this. I don't want to take this because this will make me roll, and if I roll any of these 3 colors, I'll lose all those points. So I'm going to take this pile or this pile. Look at this. I only have 3 colors here. If I take this pile, I'm going to gain 7 points temporarily, but there's going to be 2 new colors over here, which basically means there's more chances to lose something when I roll a die. But if I take this one's only going to be a total of 5 points. This is 7. Do I take less points, but knowing that I am going more all in these colors? Now I have still only a 3 of 6 chance of losing something, but if I do, I'll actually lose more. So even though the decisions are simple, there's some good ones to make throughout the game. Now on your turn, instead of actually pulling the cards up and creating the different columns, you can bank cards. If I have this many points, I might just say, you know what, for my turn, I'm banking these. These are now safe, and then the next time I get purple cards, you can put them in front of you like this, and that's a way to sort of make sure that you're getting some points throughout the game. That's the game. Once this deck is completely gone and all the cards are gone, everyone's going to add up all the points that they have. Whoever has the most is the winner. All right, well, what do I like about Push? First of all, this game is easy to teach as you go. I've taught many different people this game, even at restaurants while we're waiting for food, to people that don't even play games other than, say, Uno. And you're able to just teach it as you go. Oh, I'm gonna go first, I'm gonna flip this card. Oh, I can flip another one. Oh, I might put this here because of this. Oh, there's a third column you can go to. Oh, I'm gonna either stop or not. You literally, in your first turn of the game, teach the game as you go, and everyone pretty much understands it. After everyone's played one round, no problem. Everyone knows what they're doing. So I like that you can teach as you go. You just open up the game and start going. Now this game does have simple rules, but it has tough choices almost all throughout it. First of all, I showed you some of those in the video, but first of all, placing cards. It's like, okay, well, what do I want to do? I want to put this card, this 6 here. Ooh, another 6. Darn, we're going to start another pile. Oh, geez. Now 5. Okay, where do I put this? I put this here. Now, what do? Do I take this? No, now that person has a 6, I want to push a little further and get a die. Oh, no, now I have to make a 3rd pile. Now I need to try to get 2 dice cards to try to really mess my opponents over. And so, as things come out, you're like, ooh, I want to stop. Okay, should I stop? And you're at this point, and sometimes when you push, it's gonna make you just strategy-wise push a whole lot further than you really want to go. Once you start going down that path, you're like, oh, now I just gave them a lot of points. Now they're gonna get a lot too. I really wanna try to fish for one of those dice to hit them with so that they have to at least roll. Sometimes it's fun to, get some points for yourself and just give them just a die. And maybe you only get 3 points. Maybe you only get 1 point. But forcing them to roll when they have every color is probably a better choice. So even though it seems very simple on the surface, the game has great choices all throughout. And when taking the cards, as I showed you, sometimes taking less points might be better in your strategy because maybe it has the colors that you already have and you have less chances of losing any points. So a lot of different things to think about, and I really love that. This game essentially uses the same mechanism of one of my favorite little card games called Coloretto, which was a card game spin-off of the Spiel des Jahres Zularetto game. And I love that little Coloretto game where you're setting up 3 piles like this of different colors and people are set collecting. But this kind of kills that game for me because this is just, it's the similar thing, but instead of just getting points for collecting sets of colors, now you're getting points depending on the number and you might lose them. So this is like an improvement on the Coloretto system. I like when you knowing when to bank the points. That's a tough thing too. It's like, oh, it's getting late in the game. Ooh, I got a ton of red. It's 1 out of 6 chance I'm gonna have to lose all those, but darn, it's a lot of points. I might need to do that. And then when other people bank, it's like, ooh, they banked. Do I take that opportunity to basically get an additional turn that they didn't have, or do I play it safe and bank? And based upon what other people do might change and influence your decisions. The interaction in this game is great. I love that it's portable. It can literally fit in your pocket. When I brought it to the restaurant last week with my coworkers, as I mentioned, I literally put this game in my pocket and walked up to the restaurant. This game feels like a classic game. It feels like one of those ones that's probably been out since the 80s. It kind of looks like it's from the 80s, but it feels like a classic, but it's definitely a modern day classic. I love this game. Now, any negatives? Yes, the box that it came in. Now, many people may have got this as a promo at Board Game Geek Con last year in 2018. I just bought this version recently, and this is like the full sale version. But the box comes in like this plastic, thing, and it doesn't stay shut very well. You really need a rubber band to keep the lid shut. I wish there was sort of a hinging mechanism or something that would have made this thing shut better. Otherwise, the cards are going to spill everywhere. Also, the art design obviously is not exciting. Now, people will come up to the table while you're playing this and go, oh my gosh, what are you playing? You guys are having so much fun. And it's
I guess a good side of that is it's not intimidating. They come up and they see a bunch of colors and numbers and they go, is this Uno? That's like, we've heard that said a bunch of times. Is this some new form of Uno? And it's like, because it kind of looks like that. But on the bad side, it's very boring looking. I would have loved to have seen some type of, even if the theme was pasted on, something with some really nice artwork and numbers, like think about Lost Cities and the way that you can make even just color and numbers look nice. So I wish they would have done something a little bit different with the art design here. But overall, I love the game, and for this reason, this is absolutely staying in my collection as a go-to press your luck game. So it's going to get a saxophone serenade. Now before we hit that, I am going to be doing a comparison video with this versus what my current favorite quick light push your luck game is. I'm not even going to tell you which one that is, because I want you to come back next week when I launch that video and check it out. And to make sure you don't miss that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. But for now, let's get on with the saxophone serenade.
The overview in this video was shot on a Watson model Game Topper. Upgrade every game you play with the ultimate gaming accessory, Game Toppers, shipping now. Check them out at GameToppersLLC.com.